Hey up, I'm the Yorkshire Time Lord, and these are my thoughts on the 14th Doctor announcement. Okay, so the BBC dropped quite a bombshell over the weekend, and that's the identity of the new actor to play the Doctor. Now, I'm not going to lie, there were a few cryptic hints over Instagram as to the 14th Doctor's announcement, but I don't think any of us were expecting it to be announced in quite the way that they announced it. I mean, to do it in a random press release on a Sunday afternoon at 12 o'clock, that is quite a bizarre way to announce the new Doctor, especially when TV Zone were hinting that the announcement would come during tonight's BAFTAs. And I am very excited by the actor who's going to be playing the part. So the identity of the actor to play the 14th Doctor is Ncuti Gatwa. He's Scottish, which is interesting in itself, because there have been three other actors who are Scottish to play the Doctor: Sylvester McCoy, David Tennant and Peter Capaldi. And David Tennant had a completely different approach to Sylvester McCoy and Peter Capaldi in regards to his portrayal of the Doctor. Whereas Sylvester McCoy and Peter Capaldi chose to keep their native Scottish accent, David Tennant decided to go for a stereotypical English accent. An absolutely fantastic accent, and one that was so convincing. If I didn't know he was Scottish, I would have thought he was actually English. And it will be interesting to see which way Ncuti leans. Does he go for a English accent, or does he keep his Scottish accent? It could go either way, so it will be interesting to see what he opts for. And the other interesting thing to note is that whilst Jo Martin is the first female black actor to play the Doctor, Ncuti will be the first black male actor to play the part. And that's really cool to see. It's great to see the male black community getting a Doctor that they can look up to and be inspired by. And, it's great to see that aspect of the fandom get represented on screen. I think that's, really cool. I've seen a few people claiming that he'll be the first openly gay actor to play the Doctor, and I'm not sure that's necessarily true. I did look into that a bit, and all I could see online was that he's a bit cagey about his sexuality. So he could be gay, he could be heterosexual, he could be either, but I don't think it really matters either way, to be honest. I don't think it's going to influence the way that he plays the part. I think he'd play it the same regardless. I think what's possibly the most exciting aspect of this news is the fact that he's actually an award-winning actor. Ncuti won the Best Actor at the Scottish BAFTA Awards for his portrayal of the gay student Eric in Sex Education. And that's just so great to see, that an actor who actually won an award for their acting is going to be playing the new Doctor in the upcoming era of Doctor Who. We're going to get an absolutely phenomenal performance from Ncuti, because he's somebody who clearly knows how to act, and he clearly knows how to do both comedy and drama that Doctor Who requires. And you look at Sex Education itself, that's a very critically acclaimed series. Netflix produced a series there that the critics absolutely adore. I don't expect Doctor Who to go into the same territory as Sex Education. When you look at the premise of that show, it's about a group of students who enrol on a sex education course. And yet, that's not something a Doctor Who is going to explore. Wouldn't exactly be family friendly, but it would be quite funny if it did go there. They won't, but yeah, it's fun to imagine. Now, Ncuti is actually up for Best Actor for the same part at tonight's BAFTAs at the time of recording this video. So it will be very interesting to see if he does win that award. If he does, then he will be a 2 times award winner. And that's something that Doctor Who's not really had before, I believe. That would be the first time that Doctor Who has had like a 2-time award-winning actor taking on a part. So that would be really quite cool. And A really fun coincidence is the fact that Ncuti will be taking the part at the age of 29, which is the same age that Peter Davison was when he played the Doctor as well. That suggests that Ncuti's incarnation is going to be quite energetic, quite agile, a lot of running up and down corridors, which will be really exciting to see. A lot of action and a lot of adventure, which is what was so great about Russell T Davies's previous era of a show. So yeah, that's really, really cool as well. A really, really fun coincidence there. And then also, just taking a look at the quote that Ncuti gives in a press release, this is really, really interesting, because what Ncuti actually says is that he says, and I quote, "This role and show means so much to so many around the world, including myself, and each one of my incredibly talented predecessors has handled that unique responsibility and privilege with the utmost care. I will endeavour my utmost to do the same." So right there, Ncuti says that he's a fan of the show, and he understands the history and the legacy of the part he's going to play. Now that is great to see, because that means we could get a really, really cool school reunion-esque moment, like when David Tennant played his Doctor alongside Elizabeth Sladen as Sarah Jane. You could really see that fanboy enthusiasm come through on screen, and it really, really works well to show that gleeful enthusiasm that David Tennant's Doctor had for Sarah Jane, meeting Sarah Jane again for the first time in so many years. If Russell T Davies can bring back some classic series companions like Susan Foreman and Romana, we could get a really, really similar moment with this new Doctor, and we could see Ncuti's enthusiasm for Doctor Who just radiate through on screen, and we could just see his excitement for seeing Susan or Romana or any other classic series companions just come through. And that would be really, really, really great to see in the show. I would really love to see a school reunion-esque moment again. Russell T Davies has quite a canvas to draw from, not just Susan and Romana, but also Nyssa as well, and characters like Stephen Taylor and also Melanie Bush. They could come back as well in this new era and perhaps lead to some new spin-offs, like Russell T Davies has teased that he wants to do with his new era in interviews for the show. That would be really, really great to see. And I've just been taking a look at the costumes that Ncuti Gatwa has worn in the past, and he has worn some very Doctor-esque costumes. So it will be interesting to see if that carries over to his portrayal of the 14th Doctor. Will we get anything like these quirky outfits that he has worn across his career in the past? But yeah, as you can tell, I am really, really excited for Ncuti's debut in the show, and I can't wait to see what he brings to the part of the Doctor. What do you think about this announcement? Don't forget to let me know in the comment section below, and if you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.